what does it really take to get your next wholesale deal? What does it really take to feel confident about the actions you're taking? Because that's kind of the problem that we're facing, everybody. Is like we're in the age of knowledge and wisdom. We have all the information available to us, but taking the action, actually executing is the hard part. So again, I'm going to show you exactly how to execute. Again, information, you can find it anywhere. YouTube, ChatGPT will tell you exactly how to get your next wholesale deal. But are you going to feel confident doing those things? Are you going to be able to hold yourself accountable as you're taking action? That's what I've created with this 90-day action plan. And I'm going to give it to anybody that wants to join the free Facebook group. You know, I'm going to actually go through the packet, well, the PDF, it's a packet right now. So you know exactly how to go through it, guys. All right. And so you feel extremely confident. And again, if you're tuning in, what does it really take to get a wholesale deal? What does it take to get your first wholesale deal or your next wholesale deal? Right now, I'm going to go through exactly what it takes so you have an action plan and you can feel confident with the actions that you're taking so you can go and get your next deal. Guys, I'm telling you, this is it. Execution, ideas are easy. Execution is everything. It's very easy to know the concept of wholesaling, but it's extremely difficult to know and feel confident with those actions that you're taking. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to share my screen right here and I'm going to take you guys through this packet. So here is Nathan Payne's 90-day action plan. All right. This is what I wanted to show you guys. It is extremely important that you know that what we're doing right now, it's all about action. It's all about execution. If you think you can get your next wholesale deal by basically not doing anything or doing a couple phone calls, it's not going to work out. Like maybe you might get lucky, but I'm going to show you the repeatable formula to success on how to get deals repeatedly with this plan. All right, everybody. So we're going to fill this thing out. We're going to fill it out together so you know exactly how to do it. Obviously, you're going to put your name. That's not very difficult. And today is 11/20/24. And the completion date would be 90 days from that. Okay. Awesome. Easy. You're staying with me. Here's the table of contents. Very simple. There's quite a few things in here that are going to walk you through what you need to do. And this is going to enable you to know where to go. So let's go through it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically, welcome, congratulations, way to take action and way to start your journey. This journey takes commitment. A lot of people, when they watch videos on YouTube or they watch, like, see big checks or they see their success, they're like, oh, I'm going to go do that. But they don't understand that this is a full-blown business. You can make this a business. Of course, you can go do deals here and there, but those stories that you hear, you don't know that maybe it took that person several years to get it. Like, if you want a sustainable business, if you want to make income and make this a significant source of income, a business for you, you need to treat it like a job, okay? This is a job. This is a business. This packet that I'm giving you, the 90-day action plan, you can go ahead and just take care of this thing and go through it as you please. Like, you can go and do it, but it's best used with obviously the Painless Flipping Mentorship. Well, actually, we call it an apprenticeship. The Painless Flipping Apprenticeship, what that is we work with you hands-on and we help you implement these things and help you execute. Because even though you have this information in the execution plan, it is nice to have someone else that can guide you and work with you hands-on. So this is best used with that, but if not, you don't want to do that, totally fine. Use it anyway. I definitely want people to go and use this and take action. But because we work with people hands-on, we can only take a few people at a time. So if you want, book a call, we can chat. But again, this isn't to sell you guys on my apprenticeship. This is basically to show you how you can take action and you can go get your next deal in the next 90 days or less using this plan. Okay. So I'm rooting for everyone here. I really want everybody's success. I'm Nathan Payne again. If you don't know who I am, I want you to succeed 100%. Okay. So let's go over the 90 days. We have, as you guys can see, we have the first 30 days, the second 30 days, and the last 30 days and how to implement this. We're going to go through this so you can see exactly how to do it. So number one on your 30-day journey, guys, is you're going to print this packet off, okay? You're going to print this thing off because when you print things out, when you write them down, you're going to remember them more. That's just how it is. In the age of technology that we're in, a lot of people want to use their iPads. I'm using like technology right now to show you guys, but I write everything down on paper. Okay, so you're gonna go print off these things. You're gonna print off this planner, and I also showed you right here exactly how much to print of these things. So we have the 90-day action plan. You just print one of them. You have the daily routine tracker. You're gonna print out 30 because it's a month, right? And then you're gonna go print off 12 because there's gonna be 12 pieces of paper that you're gonna use weekly for your 90 days, right? And then obviously if you print this out, you're gonna have one more, so 13. And if you're feeling really cool, get a 3-ring binder, okay? I have a 3-ring binder. I'll show you guys right here. If you can see this, I keep track of everything in a nice binder. I like to keep it organized, all right? So if you guys don't know how to print this off, you're gonna be able to click on the link and you're gonna get something like this in Canva, all right? You're gonna go over here to share, you're gonna go to download, and you're gonna go, okay, I wanna print off this whole thing. But you're also gonna wanna get a PDF print. So go to PDF print and then download, and then it downloads, and then you can take this and print it off at your house. And if you don't have a printer like me, I don't have a printer, I don't wanna pay for a printer and like all the toner or whatever, it just seems like a lot of work. I just go and get it printed off at Staples, or I go and get it printed off at the public library. It's very cheap. So print this off. That's step number 1. Did you complete that? If you did, you rock. You did it. You did a great job. Okay, step number 2 is you wanna master the scripts. You wanna master the basics and have the script set up. I give you every script you'll ever need to effectively wholesale and invest in real estate, right? So what does that look like? You click on that link here, as you can see. Boom, key wholesaling scripts, and you're gonna go all these different wholesaling scripts. There's qualifying opportunities, like how to talk to sellers, how to talk to agents and get deals with agents, how to get deals from other wholesalers, how to talk to cash buyers. You get everything. I'm giving that away, obviously, completely free. You guys go get access to it. So that's what you're gonna do. That's step number 2. Very simple. You don't have to print all those off. There's a lot. So just click on the links, bookmark it, save it. If you guys don't know how to bookmark stuff, you just click on the star in Chrome and it will bookmark. You can title a folder like my 90-day action plan, okay? Build your network. That's number 3. Most deals that people get, their first deals come from their network. They just say, hey, everybody, I'm flipping properties, and then they know someone within their circle. There's a sheet in this 90-day action plan that helps you jog your memory and helps you think of like people that you can network with and how to network with them. Make posts, let everyone know what you're doing. Social media is a marketing tool, like it's a tool to market, so use it to get deals. Step number 4 is you have to actively prospect, okay? You got to be actively trying to talk to people and have conversations. I mean, you want to track those things as well. We're going to be talking about tracking in a little bit. Okay, so you want to actively prospect. It tells you the amount of time you need to prospect, tells you how many days a week you need to prospect. And by the way, prospecting is something you never stop doing because you want to keep the pipeline full. And here, obviously, if you're part of the apprenticeship, we give you a specific marketing plan to abide by. There's 3 different ways that we work. We tell people to go get deals when they first get started. There's direct to seller, and that's, pre-foreclosures, that's going after targeted lists. There's direct to agent, direct to wholesaler, direct to agent, obviously MLS, direct to wholesaler. Those are wholesalers that already have deals and you can wholesale their deals and help them find buyers. And there's a bonus of like all the different ways that you can go and get deals in market. But in the apprenticeship, we specifically show you how, like which ones to focus on. And that's where there comes from. Like obviously, if you're not in the apprenticeship, there's so many different ways that you need to prospect. This just tells you exactly how long and how much prospecting you need to do. Okay, learn the market. A lot of people these days, they want to go out and they want to just do nationwide wholesaling when they're brand new. Don't do it. You need to pick a market and you need to learn and you need to master it. Establishing a daily routine is extremely important. If you think you can do this business and just wake up and make some calls and not have a routine or establish activities that you need to do and you just hope it'll work out, it's going to be very difficult to make a good business off of that. You don't get to just do that at work if you have a W-2. You don't just get to roll out of bed and just like, I think I'm going to do this when I want. No, you have like a routine. You know what you need to do. It's the same thing with work. And we have established routines for you in this packet. It shows you exactly what I recommend to do. And you can obviously structure your own. Okay. Visiting properties is important because, if you're doing this virtually, it's totally fine. And you can still visit with sellers, I would say, over Zoom and stuff like that. But if you're wholesaling in your own market, it is good because it makes you feel legit. It makes you feel real to be able to go and talk to sellers in person, to go, basically shake hands with people. It makes you like it gets rid of imposter syndrome if you feel like you're not a legit real estate investor. Just going to see houses helps out. Now, again, if you're virtual and you can't do that, that's totally fine. Maybe go see some houses in your local market, even though that's not what you're doing, if you feel like that would help you out. But really, it does help, okay? Visiting properties. 8 gives you an idea of what you need to do with appointments set and contracts. That's basically what you're looking to do is your activities, your actions are trying to get you appointments set and contracts, which will close, okay? So We're not going to go too in depth with the second 30 days because it just expounds. It just goes off of the first 30 days. So it's pretty self-explanatory. The one thing I will say is you want to continue with your script practice. You want to continue practicing. You want to maintain focus. I know things will get hard in the 90 days. You're going to want to give up, but maintain it. Stay strong. Believe in yourself. Talk to me if you're struggling. You want to actively be looking for properties, driving around, just immersing yourself, just always thinking about real estate because it is a lifestyle, I would say. Like if you do real estate, you can be like, you're going to think about it a lot, okay? You're going to want to get your follow-up game going, continue to network. Let's see. I'm trying to like just narrow it down to what's extremely important for you guys. Okay. Tracking your progress. Now, in the first 30 days, you're going to be tracking your progress, but you want to make sure you're taking close track, keeping close track of what you're doing, because if you don't keep track, it's going to be really hard to know if you're hitting your goals, okay? And that's what we're going to be getting on in a little bit. Commit to your schedule. I know you're going to want to kind of like deviate and not be like, I don't really need to stay consistent. No, consistency is key, especially as a brand new entrepreneur, all right? So as you go, we're going to go to the last 30 days. You stay consistent with the plan, you will get a deal, I promise, because you're taking enough action to get a deal. That's most people that don't get a deal is because they're not taking enough of the right action and they're not tracking. That's pretty much it. And if they think they are taking enough action, they probably aren't, especially if they're not tracking. They have no idea. So what action steps are going to make this program work, this 90-day action plan? Number one is getting a support system, getting someone to help you is important. Now, is it like necessary that you have an accountability partner? I would say no, because the way this is set up is you're going to hold yourself accountable with the tracking, but getting a support system would be great. In the Painless Flipping Apprenticeship, we hold you accountable and we help you. We give you like a form to fill out every week. But again, if you're not in that and you're just watching this video, totally cool. But getting someone to help you and support you, it can be beneficial, not necessary, but it does help. Simplify your tasks. Know that it's going to be difficult. You're going to have emotional hurdles. You're going to be like, oh man, does this work? Is it worth it? Just be prepared. It's going to be hard, okay? Normally it's hard in the beginning until you build up your muscles and your resistance. Once you're done with this 90-day action plan, commit to doing it over and over again, because this is the way it's going to help you stay consistent. So everybody, why is tracking so important? Tracking is so important because if we don't keep score of the game, if life is a game, if you don't keep score, whether you're winning or losing, you're not going to win the game. Have you ever played a basketball game with friends and you're playing 21 or something and you're keeping score and you're all having fun, and as soon as you stop keeping score, no one cares, no one tries? That's kind of how it is in business. If you are just going through the actions and you're like, I don't know if I hit my numbers, I hope I did, I feel good about it, it's going to be extremely hard to win. So what this is this is how you're going to keep track of all your numbers. There's a daily routine tracker. It's going to keep track of your routine, and I'm going to fill it out and show you how to use it. You have a weekly tracker that you're going to take all your daily information and you're going to put it on a weekly tracker. You're going to track your lead generation and your numbers, your performance ratios, so you know exactly how you're doing in the business, okay? And again, if you're in the apprenticeship, every week you get sent a form where you need to fill out your KPIs, and then we hold you accountable and we just say, hey, it looks like you're doing this, looks like you're doing well, how can we help you out? The numbers are high, the numbers are low, numbers are high, but you're not getting deals. We figure that out, right? Okay, so what's next on the packet? This is the daily routine tracker, guys. This thing is extremely important to use daily. If you go to work every day and you have no idea what you're going to do, you're not going to be good at your job. Most likely your boss is going to say, hey, you're fired. So you are an entrepreneur now, right? You're trying to make this a business, a sustainable income for you and your family to build the life you want. You need to hold yourself accountable, and this is how you can keep track of your actions, keep track of keeping yourself in line. If you use this every day, I promise you're going to crush it. You're going to be successful, okay? Now, I actually created like an example. I already filled it out, but I'm going to go ahead and fill this out for you live right now just so you can see like the process of how I'm going through things. So right here on the start work day, like where it says at the top left, you basically just start here, right? You're going to put the date in there. So we're going to go 11/20/24, okay? So right here, I track when I start work, because if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, sometimes you're not going to want to go to work. Sometimes you're going to go to work late. Sometimes you're not going to think it's that important to start work until much later. So I like to track when I'm getting to work. So right here, I get to work at 9 most of the time. And over time you can look and you can be like, oh man, I keep on getting to work way too late. I need to step that up. So did I do my daily disciplines? What are daily disciplines? Those are the things that you need to do before work to get you prepared. That's reading, praying, studying, like working out. Helps you stay consistent and it helps you stay active at work so you feel really good. Okay. So yes, I did that. Did I plan with my quarterly OKRs, my life plan, and my 10X goals? So in the apprenticeship, we actually like set and plan out your life for you, like help you plan out your life. And we make sure that what you're doing aligns with what you actually want in life, right? Because if this wholesaling or real estate investing doesn't align with your core values and what you really want, you're not going to really do it. So we do that. Now, if you don't, obviously, if you just have this, you can go and create your own life plan and you can set your own goals. But for me, it's really important to know what I'm doing if it aligns with what I want, or you're going to stop doing it when things get hard. Okay. So right here under this, what I do is I actually get out my phone and I actually have my phone on me right here. So if you guys see my phone, I go here to the stopwatch app and I actually start a timer right there. Because I know, like, if I start planning and I don't like hold myself accountable or time myself, like I'm going to go start planning and then I'm going to like potentially just be like, oh my gosh, look at my wife texted me, or hey, I'm on Facebook. Let me scroll a little bit. And then it'll end up taking me like 45 minutes to plan what should have taken me maybe 10. Well, this usually takes about 10 minutes to plan the day. So this is going as I'm timing it right now. Let's go through it together. So I start the timer and then I start planning out my day with prioritized tasks first. So if I have to follow up with a seller, that's the first thing I'm going to write. I'm going to write follow up with John. I'm just going to write down some like random things that I might need to do. Go pick up couch. Okay. So I might say some things that are like, or have to do with my personal life. Go pick up couch, get check from title company, get check from title, look into new marketing plan. We'll call it pay-per lead service. Maybe we say get VA's new list to call. Okay, so the way this works is you want to organize everything by must be done, A, B, should be done, C, could be done. So follow up with John, that's a very important task, so that's an A. Go pick up couch, that's a B. It should be done, but it's not the highest priority. Get check from title company, yeah, that's A, I want to get that check. Look into new marketing plan, that's a could be done. I don't need to do that, I already have my marketing going. Get VA new list, that's a B. And then you order it from what's most important. Is getting the check more important than following with John? No. So I go at 1 and then 2, and then you number them, right? Especially if you have more than one in A or B or C. Go pick up couch. That's 1. Well, actually, I think that's second compared. That's not as important as getting the VA, the new list. So that's B1, B2, and then C1. Look into new marketing plans. The new marketing plan is not as important. Now, that's how I would structure like the things that like are on my list that I need to do. Then you say, okay, look, Nate, I know I'm overzealous. I think I can do more than I can really do. That's what overzealous means. It means you think you can do more. What's the one thing I can focus on doing today and be happy if I complete just that one thing? And that would be following up with John. Okay? So following up with John, if I do that one thing, I'll be extremely happy. So then I go and I time block these things. All right. So I already give you an idea of how to use your time and how to time block on one of the pages down below in this packet. But let's just kind of go through and use the tasks to figure it out. And I give you also a priority list to kind of let you know which tasks are more important. Revenue always in first position, because if you're a business owner, if you're not bringing in money, you're going to go out of business and you're not going to have anything to work on. So you always want to put prospecting, getting new leads, having conversations first. And then everything else, as you can see, goes down. So I left this one blank. So if you wake up earlier, you can plan stuff. But usually I start work at 9, and I would say, okay, so I know John's up. We're going to follow up with John first because that's number 1. Number 2 is get check from title company. I know I can get the check from the title company later in the day. Get check. Okay, so we're going to go BU1, get new VA list. Well, I know that prospecting is something I always have to do, and it's very important. It's number 1, so I'm going to always, I don't have to put it here on my priority list because I already know I have to do it, and I'm committed to doing it for at least, a certain amount of hours every day. So in the packet, in this action plan is going to tell you how many hours a day to do it. So I'm going to prospect for that time. I'm going to have an hour lunch. I'm going to make sure that, well, actually, I'm going out to lunch with my friends in this example, so I know it might take me a little bit with the drive. So I'm going to get back, and I'm going to make sure that when I go to lunch, I network with my friends, and I start telling them what I do. And, hey, do any of you guys have a house that you want to sell, right? Or, just have a conversation and say, hey, do you guys know anybody? Then we go here and we say, okay, get my list for my VAs, get lists for my VA, and we're going to get the couch after work, okay? Get couch, and then let's see what else. And some of these might not be that important to schedule. You're just like, oh man, you know what? I'm looking at this. It's not that important. So look into new marketing plan. Let's not do that because we know we need to follow up with our leads, and we know we need to, on the plan, it says follow up with leads and then analyze market, right? So just because you put it on your priority list, you got to also make sure it's like, hey, is this really worth my time? Or do I need to focus on what's the most important thing? And we went through that. It shows you exactly what you need to really focus your time on. So we got to analyze market. Okay, because there are going to be many things that you see that you feel like, hey, maybe I should do this. No, remember, you got to stay consistent with the plan, right? And then all the other tasks, you're going to have to just say, hey, these aren't that important. Let me get rid of them. Okay. So once I'm done time blocking, I said, did I schedule my number 1 most important thing? Did I schedule John's thing? Yes, I did. So it says, yes, I did. Go ahead and circle it. So I go circle this, and there you go, guys. We are pretty much done with the workday startup. Why do I call it a workday startup? Because you're starting your day. You haven't gotten into the nitty gritty of it, but you're planning your day out. And you're probably like, man, this seems like a lot of work. Guys, remember I started timing? We're at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Did that take that long? Not at all. Is it worth it? Yes, because it's going to keep you structured and focused. So let's say it took 7 minutes because I also reviewed my life plan. I read that every day, by the way. So now we are in the main workday. These are the most important things that you need to be doing every day, the main workday, okay? Check your email, see if you got anybody that wants to sell their house and that's like begging for you to buy it, right? Follow up with the most important tasks, and what are they? And then you want to start prospecting, and you want to say what time you started prospecting. Well, we know it took 7 minutes to plan the day, and I got to work at 9. So maybe I took a little break, or I've been going a little slower. It's 9:15. That's when I start prospecting. Okay. And then it says end prospecting. So as you're prospecting, you want to keep track of how long you're doing it, how many hours you're actually dedicating to prospecting. And as you're going, you want to start marking how many you do one by one. Okay, these are attempts. These are not like always connecting because not everyone answers their phone, but what are attempts? They're knocking doors, it's calling people, it's texting. It's not like a mass text. Don't think this counts like if you text, like mass text 100 people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like you're intentional, you're individually like going out and calling people, and you're doing it with an intention to have a conversation, not just to blast that stuff out. And a multi-line dialer doesn't count. I'm talking like these are one-on-one dials, all right? So you're going through, let's say that you make it all the way because you're awesome, you do. The minimum, I would say the minimum attempts you should do are 40. Let's say you make it all the way to 54. Congratulations, you're awesome. So you end prospecting and you end it at 11:15. Okay, so what is that? 9:15, 10:15. That's 2 hours of prospecting that you did. Congrats. You can do more, but that's not bad. That's good. So you write 2 hours of prospecting. Okay. And hopefully all you guys can see this pretty good. So in your 2 hours of prospecting, how many contacts did you make? Well, I contacted 22 people. That's conversations, people that I got a hold of. And you can decide if you want to keep track of people who are like wanting to sell or not. I would say like if you're having conversations, at least tell people what you're doing and you can count it. Like it's up to you. So out of those 22 conversations, how many leads did you get? I got 2 people. And by the way, these are goals. Like obviously you want to shoot for higher always, but that's what we're looking for. I got 2 people want to sell and I set 1 appointment. Congratulations. So I had a good main work day. And these are the main numbers I want to keep track of, okay? Because if you're doing these main work activities every day, and that's whether you're doing paid ads, whether you're doing prospecting yourself, like all organic, all free stuff, free marketing, it doesn't matter. These are very important numbers to keep track of as you're starting out, or if you've been doing this for a long time. If you don't keep track of this, I invite you to all keep track of this. So at the end of your work day, how do you end your day? Because a lot of you are like, man, this is a lot of work. Well, guys, I'm telling you, this is going to help you. This is going to help you stay accountable without having, someone to be all over you, okay? So let's go over this really quick. I got to pull this up. So at the very end of the workday, this is what you do. You go and you ask yourself these questions. You are going to be your own boss. You're going to hold yourself accountable, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do better and what you don't need to, like what you need to get rid of, okay? Did I accomplish my number 1 task? Well, we all know I talked to John, so yes. Did you track your numbers on your daily routine and weekly tracker? I'm about to show you what the weekly tracker is next, but yes, I did track my numbers right here. I rock. Did I stay focused? Yes, I avoided social media. Did I work for at least 2 hours? Yes, I did. Did I focus on helping people succeed? Yes. Why is this important? Because we are in the people business. We help people, okay? If you don't care about people, you're in the wrong business. Did I study and improve my knowledge about real estate investing? Yes, I did. And these are the 4 questions I would say, additional questions that you can write out and ask yourself. What did I do well today? Well, I stayed focused. I stayed focused. Awesome. What do I need to improve? Get better at my scripts. Get better at practicing scripts. Practicing scripts. What will you do to improve? I'm going to get up earlier. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. 5 a.m. and work out to have more energy. What did I learn today? I can do hard things. Okay. So you track your KPIs, you review your day, you prepare for the next day. I would say 30 minutes before work, stop, review the day, see how you're doing. And then you also look at what you did up here. So right here, you check it off if you completed it. You forward it to the next day if you didn't complete it. So let's say I didn't get my couch, so I'm going to go get it another day. And then obviously you X is if you cancel it, or dot is in progress. Okay. So yeah, we go up here, and that's what I was talking about. I'm sorry. I thought you could see it. So anyway, we check and we say, yes, we followed up with John. We're going to forward this one the next day. Did I get my check from title? It's in progress. I'm going to go after work. Did I get the list for my VA? You know what? I don't think I need a VA. I love VAs, but I'm just in this scenario. Hey, I don't think my VA needs a new list. They can just call it over again. Okay, guys. So this is structuring the day, and having this daily routine done is going to hold you accountable, and you're going to feel confident taking action, and you're going to know exactly what your numbers are. But we're not done yet. So if you liked me filling that out and that was helpful, awesome. If you're like, hey, no, I just kind of rather see it not filled out here, I filled this one out as an example. So what we do is we take this information that we did and we put it on our weekly tracker. Okay. So there's an example in here for you of what it looks like, but I'll do a quick example of filling it out. So let's say that was a Monday and I did my daily discipline of reading. Okay, so there's reading is the daily discipline I want to read. So I read. Hours of prospecting, we did 2 hours of prospecting. The goal is 25, let's say, hours. So I know I need to step up. Contacts are 100 and I did 20. I can't remember what I did, but you'd fill this out. This is what you fill out daily until the end of the week is done. Then you take that information from the end of the week and you take the totals and then you put it on your 90-day tracker, okay? So anyway, you're filling this out every day. This is pretty much what you're filling. At the end of the week, when you're planning your week, you would fill out all these answers to say, hey, this is how I'm doing. I'm planning out my next week. And you would take this information and you would bring it to your 90-day tracker, okay? So it's a lot of tracking, but guys, I'm telling you, like, if you can just keep track of what you're doing every day to your week and to your 90-day journey, you're going to feel extremely confident knowing what you're doing and you're going to see results. Okay. Because if you don't track it, you don't really know what's going on. But if you track it, you're going to feel way confident. I know because I track like pretty much everything I do that I think is of value. And I know if I'm doing enough or I'm not. It's not a surprise if I don't make the money I want or if I don't get the results I want. You want the results, you need to know what the output is and what you're putting into it. Okay. So that's what the 90-day tracker is. And it all breaks down from, again, going in, starting your day, planning out your day, taking the information and holding yourself accountable and putting the information on the weekly tracker and then filling it out on the 90-day. And then at the end of the 90 days, you're going to know exactly where you're at and if you're hitting your goals. Okay. So what's next? I'm just kind of going to go through this pretty quickly because it's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't have a CRM, you can use a lead sheet to keep track of all your leads. If you don't want to write down your leads, like you can use a spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are easy to use as well. This keeps track of your performance, your KPIs, your performance ratio. So, for example, if you want to know exactly how many contacts per hour that you're able to get, you would just take this formula and do the math. Very self-explanatory. So doing an annual wholesaling business plan, is it necessary? I would say like not necessarily in the very beginning, like to just set like your expectations, because your expectations can change after like a week. Once you start taking action, you see what you really can do or like what you feel comfortable doing. But this is helpful to you to build out your business plan and set your goals and see what you're what you're wanting to accomplish. So what we just went through was how to plan the day. I just did it for you guys on this example as I wrote it out, but I also wrote it out here in this form so you guys could see how to do it specifically, if you need help and you don't watch this video over again. So that's what that is for. If you're like, man, I really need to know what I need to do every day, and I don't have like tasks that I need to do every day. So like, how can I follow something a little bit more in depth, or how can I follow something a little bit more rigid? So I wake up at 5 a.m. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for about 3 years. I really like it because I'm able to get a lot of stuff done in the morning and get ready for my day. And then for brand new wholesalers, I would say that this is like a good structure for anyone that's wholesaling, but if for brand new wholesalers, this is great. So, you return their phone calls. This does have you starting before 9, but it's up to you. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. So return some phone calls, role play, and plan the day like I just showed you guys. It takes about 50. It took me 7 minutes to show you, so it doesn't take that long. Follow up, daily routine, prospect, return calls, lunch, lead follow up, market research, administrative tasks, go on appointments, and do more. So it lays out what you guys need to do. So if you've been struggling to know how to use your time wisely, this is my recommended schedule. Obviously, if you're part-time, just split this in half, but these are the activities and what you need to be doing daily to see the results you want. And then it goes over how to role play well. Role playing is very important to mastering the skill set of being able to communicate and know exactly what to say to sellers, to buyers, to agents, and how to learn the scripts. It gives you some advice or structure on how to do it. So this is the networking with your center of influence sheet that I was telling you about earlier. Most people get their first deal through networking, telling everybody what they do. And then people are like, oh, hey, I know somebody that needs to sell their house, or I need to sell my house. This helps jog your memory. It helps you think of people, and then you write down who. The steps are right there, very simple. And then here are the contracts, the things that I showed you, the key wholesaling scripts. And then obviously there's contracts to pretty much any contract that you'd ever need, addendums, creative financing, innovations, it's all there. Okay. All right, everybody. So that is the 90-day action plan, guys. Like, again, if you are wondering, like, how do I know exactly what I need to do to feel confident about the actions I need to take? It's all there. I know it might seem like a lot, but it's set up so you know exactly what to do and how to take action. Remember, ideas are easy. Execution is everything. Wholesaling is not that hard. The concept is not hard, right? It's very simple to know exactly what you need. You need to go find a seller who's motivated, that wants to sell and give up some of their equity in order to get their problem solved and have their house sold quick, or however you buy it. That's simple. The hard part is the execution, and that's hard for anything. It's hard to do. Taking action is the difficult part, right? But if you take action, if you execute, you can accomplish anything in this life. And if you decide that wholesaling is the avenue that you want to execute and do that, then this is how you would do it. Okay. I promise you that if you follow this, you're going to see the results. In 90 days or less, you're going to get your deal. But if you don't do this, I can't guarantee or like say that I know that you'll see results or success, because you don't even, I don't know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing if you're not going to track. So I made this because I want people to feel confident about what they do. Time is the most valuable resource we have. It's a finite resource, like we can't get more of it, right? So if you're not using it wisely, then, you're wasting your life. This life is precious. Like, I have an awesome quote. I haven't memorized it completely yet, but I really like this. This is from one of my books that I read by Fyodor Dostoevsky, who's awesome. He says, every minute, every instant of life ought to be a blessing to man. So that's so true. Like, this life, every moment, every second is a blessing, okay? So we need to treat it like that, and you need to treat your business like that. So if you're not going to structure your days and you're just going to hope it works out, I hope it works out for you, but I just don't know if 100% if it will. So what does it really take to get a wholesale deal? I just went over it. I'll give you the action plan. And obviously I have an apprenticeship that helps people, helps them set their goals, helps them stay accountable, keeps them pumped and motivated when things get tough, because things will get tough, and works with you hands-on. Because a lot of the times is you're going to run into sellers and you're not going to know exactly what to say to them or what to do. We got the plan for you. We'll walk you through those deals and we'll partner with you on those deals, right? So anyway, that's why we have the apprenticeship. It's not because we're selling information or we have anything great or anything that you don't know, right? You can get all the information online. Execution is the difficult part in life, is taking action. And that's what we specialize in, master, and help people by helping people get deals consistently. And how do we do that? Action, action, action. Taking action, we got your back. So hopefully this was helpful. If you guys watch this later on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the apprenticeship program, good, awesome, glad to have you. But this is the 90-day action plan. Obviously, if you have any additional questions, you can hit me up. If you're in the apprenticeship, let's continue to crush it. We got your back. Obviously, schedule your checkpoint calls, and you schedule obviously you've already gone through the battle plan call because you have this. So anyway, best of luck, everybody. I'm going to be diving more into a lot of these things in our content to teach a little bit more in depth. I wouldn't say if necessary. No, this is necessary. This is something to always keep repeating and talking about, is setting goals, tracking, prospecting, scripts. All these things are just going to help you do more deals. And if you think this is not necessary, maybe you can get lucky and get a deal by just calling a couple people. But I'm telling you, if you want to make a sustainable business and make this something that you can rely on, whether the economy is good or bad, having a good structure like this is key. So, all right, guys, hope this helps you out. Join the Facebook group and we'll hook you up with this thing. Later, everybody.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nathan Payne, and for the first time ever, we just released this insane training bundle that has literally everything that I've learned from doing a combined 4,000 deals in real estate, all from starting with absolutely no previous business background experience or any real estate experience. Plus, there's over $19,000 worth of free gifts that we're throwing in, all for an insanely low price. If you want to get your hands on this, be sure to click the first link on the description below right now.